Girbeagly!
Hey there guys and gals, it's Girbeagly with another episode of Gaming with Girbeagly, and I'm once again playing the very boobylicious adventure, Sakura Spirit. And you'll see laid out before you all the boobs in the game, right there, ready for action. I don't know what the hell happens in this game. I mean, there was some action last episode. We had the slime girl attack, and we helped repel said slime girl, who we found out was named Sakura. And then we found out a little bit about Narumi's past as well, how her parents were killed during a monster attack, or during a spirit attack. I guess we shouldn't call them monsters, because that's what we're trying to avoid in the game. But anyway, now we're still just talking, trying to figure out what to do next, because the fox spirits actually helped the villagers this time, and we're gonna see if maybe we can get some maiden silk or something along those lines. But yeah, let's go ahead and continue.
Forgive me for my absence. I must admit, I did not expect such revelations. Taka-kun, have you explained the situation?
Yeah, I think they get it now, but it's probably going to take a while for the villagers to accept you.
I do believe it will be in everyone's best interest to see the true nature of the fox spirits. While I can't promise that friendships will be forged today, let it be known that from now on the fox spirits are welcome in our village and will receive the same respect as any guest should.
Thank you, Elder-sama. My sister and I are very grateful for your hospitality.
However, the laws of this village shall apply to you three as well. Takahiro-kun, I believe it will be in your best interest to learn more about the village. Tsukino-dono, Narumi-chan, I leave him in your care. And try not to put him back in that cell, you two.
You've got it, Oji-sama. We'll do our best. What about Mayako-chan and Machiko-san?
I would like them to stay here for the time being. We need to discuss what to do should the other spirits choose to return.
Elder-sama, I would like to stay with you for that conversation. It is my duty to protect the village and those within it from any perceived danger. This includes you. I also believe it would serve me well to hear this firsthand.
Of course, I expected nothing. I expected nothing, Tsukino-dono. Narumi-chan, how about you take Takahiro-kun for a walk? And do not think that this is a date, young man. You are going to need more than that to show earlier to earn the right to date my granddaughter.
The man laughed heartily as I blushed, smiling weakly. At least I wouldn't end up cuffed and brought to a jail cell this time. Maybe it would even turn out to be a pleasant experience. Ooh, some alone time with Narumi, though. It didn't. Even the elements seemed to be working against the village today. Barely a minute into the walk and the skies let loose, and we were both soaked through within seconds. Letting out a yelp, Narumi grabbed my hand and pulled me towards the nearest shelter.
Oh, ew. A rainfall this suddenly? That's just typical. Today just went from bad to worse.
I thought it would take more than a bit of rain to douse your warrior spirit.
Psst, warrior spirit? Yeah, I really had that by the bucketful today, didn't I?
You sound different from last time we met. I was practically expecting you to shout, "Ha! If you want to stop the great Narumi, you better up your act, Mother Nature. Send me a tsunami, an earthquake, or a tornado my way, and you might just stand a chance."
Yeah, well, that was before I realized what a weak, cowardly person I am. It wouldn't take all that to stop me. I'm not that great. I'm just a girl who's trying to impress someone. It just takes a drizzle to stop me.
I frowned for a moment, trying to think of how to respond. It looked like her inability to stop the slime girl from causing havoc had led Narumi to feel like she had failed somehow. It was then that I recalled a certain scenario and decided to act. I swiftly grabbed a hold of Narumi's shoulder while my other arm wrapped around her own, almost as though I was about to comfort her. I decided to use a judo technique, pretending to be the hero of some manga. Preparing himself for a secret technique, I shouted proudly. Okay, this is kind of a creepy setup, Takahiro. Not really the way that you normally comfort someone, but okay, we'll go with it.
What? Hey, stop!
Tsurikomi goshi! I don't know if I said that word right. Having practiced judo since I was a kid, I easily spun the girl over my shoulder and onto her back in the rainy grass. My eyes were sharp as they looked down at her, repeating the words I remembered from a certain manga. If you let one loss break your spirit, you're not suited for the life of a warrior. The stronger the people around you, the more you should improve.
That doesn't mean anything. You took me by surprise is all. You looked like you were going to kiss me, and then you tossed me on my back.
I wasn't planning to kiss you, and now I forgot my heroic speech. Get up and grab your weapon, Narumi. If words won't cheer you up, then let's talk like warriors do, through battle.
Wait here.
The woman pushed herself upwards and barged past me, stomping into a nearby building. Only now did I recognize it as the building I had been held in the day before. I waited until the wooden slats of the shelter, under the wooden slats of the shelter, as the rain continued. A few moments later, I heard a loud thud, and through the doors, Narumi burst. Oh shit, dude. We're gonna battle this girl, and she's holding her freaking staff against her boobies. What? Why? I mean, I guess it's raining, and that's, that's white. Maybe it's see-through right now, and she's just trying to cover up the bits. I don't know what's happening here. We're getting kind of a bit of a side butt shot as well. But this is intense. Okay, I guess we're gonna spar with her. In her hand, she held a naginata similar to the one she had used previously, but with a different blade. In the moment before her attack landed, I noticed that it wasn't nearly as sharp as it should have been. Yeah! It took everything I had to raise my arms in time and grab a hold of the shaft of the weapon before the attack crushed my body. Pushing her weapon aside, I darted forwards, pushing my hand forcefully against her chest. Dude. I attempted to open her up for a second attack. Open her up indeed, man. That's it. You're not some sort of weak-willed girl who is going to lose her fighting spirit that easily.
Shut up. You don't even know what's going on. I'm going to beat the snot out of you, and that'll make me feel better.
Didn't you forget one of the most important things in a fight? The woman gritted her teeth and lunged towards me again, a wild, angry strike that would have been ridiculously easy to dodge had she not been so fast. Even though I was faster, the whoosh that shot past me made it clear that she was not pulling her punches.
I don't care. It's not important. I couldn't do it. I got scared. I let everyone down.
And that's why you failed as a warrior. I can read every emotion behind your attacks. You're angry at yourself for being unable to stop that spirit, right? Disappointed at yourself for lacking the courage to face them. But you're not some lone hero who has to do everything by herself. I quickly pushed her naginata upwards, a quick slide of my body nearly knocking the weapon out of her hands. I quickly raised a hand to flick her forehead before stepping backwards. Man, what a douche. Did anyone tell you that you had to fight that spirit on your own? Did you forget that you have friends out there that would give their lives to help you? A hero who fights alone is a hero who dies early. It's why both you and the Tsundere Tyrant weren't able to defeat that spirit.
How? How am I supposed to fight by her side when she's so much better than I ever could hope to be? How can I stand a chance against spirits when I'm just a girl with a sharp stick? Mio lost her sword, but she never lost her resolve. I lost mine as soon as that thing became dangerous. I'm worthless.
The woman snarled as her forehead was flicked, and she quickly lunged forward again, lashing out with her spare hand, aiming for my temple. I ducked, slid back, and narrowly dodged the swing of her naginata. I noticed a change in her stance, which seems to allow a closer range attacking style. I noticed that this has a lot of really detailed fight choreography for a visual novel. It's really interesting so far. The only limits we have are those we impose upon ourselves. If she's better than you, you just need to keep improving. Even I have things I want to overcome. That's the thing about martial arts. Why haven't you tried talking to her about this?
Because I can't. I can't talk to her. I just need to be strong. She does it without relying on anyone, without bending or yielding. I can't do it. I can't be like her.
Is that really how it is? Maybe you just don't know what the source of her strength is. But in your case, it's just a matter of finding your resolve.
Well, there's the problem. I don't have any. I'm just a dumb little girl who needs to be saved all the time.
Come on, stop talking like that. Don't you have something you want to protect at all costs? Nothing at all? Not your family, your friends, your village? You just turn up for the paycheck and then tell them thanks?
You're right. There's nothing. I lost everything.
The woman's next attack caught me by surprise. She flung her weapon towards me at full strength, hitting my arm and causing me to flinch. As she turned away from me, she slipped on the wet grass. Before I had a chance to react, she scrambled to her feet and suddenly took off towards the forest. Oh no, Narumi! Obviously, she's, finally coming to terms with the dark past that she overcame by losing her parents. Or, I guess she didn't really overcome it at all. She just bottled it up and moved on. And it's been holding her back all this time. So it's so weird that this game that focuses so much on the aesthetics of boobs and possible sex has this kind of deeper story going on. I really like it. I like the fact that there's actually plot in my game that I played because of the plot. So, anyway... I chased the girl as fast as I could, barely able to keep up as she picked her way through the trees. She finally slowed down, coming to a stop at the edge of a small clearing. You're really fast. Why did you run?
Damn it, why did you follow me? I didn't ask you to come. I didn't want you here. Leave.
I can't do that, Narumi-chan. A hero never abandons someone in need, and a master never lets his pupil down. Takahiro, you're really taking this hero thing a bit too far. You're not actually a hero. I mean, you might end up being one, but right now you're just a dopey dude who's seen like a lot of boobies.
What are you talking about?
It's not important. Won't you at least tell me what has gotten you this worked up? I know you panicked back when the wild spirit attacked, but I think most people would have. It's not something you need to feel ashamed of. No answer came from the girl, who kept her gaze lowered. Rolling my eyes, I turned to leave, but stopped when I noticed 2 small graves. They looked old but well-maintained, sitting in the shade of a tree. So obviously her parents' graves there.
Narumi. My parents lost their lives during a spirit attack. I was lucky enough not to see it happen firsthand, but I'm all alone now. I lost my best friend, too. When I saw Mio trapped, I got so scared that I was going to lose her, too. I just kinda shut down. My mind went blank. I envy you, Takahiro. You're trapped in another world, and you might never see your family and friends again. But here you are, still so positive and so eager to help everyone. How do you do it?
Well, I do worry about whether I'll be able to return to my world or not. But I realize that just sitting around sulking all day won't get me anywhere. I'd rather spend my time helping everyone. But I don't think you lost everything that day. I mean, Mio-san is still here, right? So maybe she can be the reason for you to get stronger. And what about the elder and the other villagers? Isn't their trust in you enough of a reason to fight?
It's just so hard. I'm so weak. I can't fight. But you can. Will you help me? I need to get better. And your skills are incredible. If I get strong enough, maybe I can finally protect those I care about. Mio-san, Chi-chan, the village.
Well, I'm gonna be stuck here for a while anyway, so I wouldn't mind helping you out, but if you had kept your emotions in check during our fight, I would have been seeing stars by now. But who's Chi-chan? You're not talking about the elder, are you?
Oops, wasn't supposed to say that. Can I trust you, Takahiro-kun?
Of course, my lips are sealed.
Chi-chan is Machiko.
Oh, you already gave her a nickname?
It's a little complicated. We were friends when we were kids. She was the friend I lost. After the incident, the villagers went on a witch hunt and got rid of all the spirits, banishing them to the forest. I haven't spoken to her since. That is, until today.
I doubt Machiko-san has changed much from how you remember her. Well, aside from the fact that she might not have been such a tease.
Nope. She was actually a tease back then, too. Only not so, intense. She used to play fun little pranks, like hiding a bucket of water on a door or hiding a frog in someone's boot. It was so much fun.
I genuinely hope the next generation of children in this village won't take after the two of you.
Bah, you're no fun. It's only a bit of harmless silliness. We made sure no one ever got hurt. We even rescued the frogs. It's just a shame it all ended so quickly.
Why don't you try to reconnect with her now that she's allowed back into the village?
I'd like to. We had a lot of fun when we were playing, but something seemed weird when I spoke to her earlier. She didn't seem to remember anything, and it looked like it hurt when she tried to. It's probably nothing, but you never know.
You know what? It's definitely going to be something, obviously. Anytime they say it's nothing, you know, in a video game or an anime or whatever, it's something. It's always something. Maybe something happened to her after she ran away? In any case, I think we should return to the village. This rain... Oh, wait! The rain stopped! I didn't even notice. We should still get back, though. That and, I turned my gaze away, my cheeks burning, as I pointed at her chest. I knew it! She only has that little tiny white, like, band around her chest. It's either slipped off because it was wet, or it's totally see-through at this point. Your clothes are soaked.
Ah, you're right. They're almost see-through.
That's not something you should be amused about.
Look who's talking. My body is fantastic, and it deserves to be shown off.
Well, at least she's got that kind of confidence. I doubt your grandfather wants you showing it off to anyone at all, let alone a guy. Anyway, let's get back to the village before you catch a cold. The girl nodded, and with one last look at the two graves, she turned and began to walk back to the village, with me following in her trail. We walked back to the village, exchanging idle chatter. I managed to establish that, while the girl was training her body well, she lacked discipline. She led me to an unfamiliar building on the outskirts of the village and quickly unlocked the door.
Welcome to my humble abode. It doesn't look like much, but I keep it tidy. You can put on one of Oji-sama's old robes if you want to. You know, while your stuff dries.
This used to be his place before he became the village elder. I never really got a chance, or really got rid of all his... Oh, this is still her talking, and it just doesn't say Narumi up above. I've noticed that there's like a couple little errors in like the translation and the spellings of things, and obviously like labeling who's talking in a couple parts of this game. Overall, it's done pretty well though.
This used to be his place before he became the village elder. I never really got rid of all of his things. He won't even notice you're wearing his stuff. You can change in there. I'll get something else.
Before we had a chance to get started, the sound of heavy footsteps could be heard from outside, and soon enough, a young guardsman appeared at the door.
Hikage-san, there you are. We have been searching for you. Elder-sama wishes to see you right away.
Oh, of course, right away.
The guard saluted, snapped around, and took off. Narumi closed the door behind him and walked back to a clean pile of clothes. Holy Jesus fucking Christ. I was not expecting that. Without warning, she began stripping off her clothes in front of me. My first reaction was to quickly cover my eyes with one of my hands. Narumi, however, didn't seem the least bit bothered by my presence. Holy fucking God, why is every girl in this game so fucking forward? Narumi-chan, what are you doing? I can't even read right.
What's the matter, Takahiro? Never seen a girl in her undies before? Oh, wait, you saw mine yesterday. Maybe you've just never seen them on a girl.
Actually, I've seen a lot of things in my life. Whenever a girl's stripping, what would your grandfather say if he saw you? I stuttered as I briefly visualized how Narumi would have looked without the underwear, but quickly cleared the thought from my mind. Man, I guess I can't blame him. I mean, the situation, it's not hiding a lot of what's happening. Anyway.
Well, he's not going to find out, is he? It's nothing. We need to hurry, right? So get changed already.
It's a matter of decency. Aren't you embarrassed knowing there's a healthy guy in the same room as you? At this rate, this and that might happen, and we're going to be late either way.
Not really. I don't mind if it's you, Takahiro-kun.
I'm honored.
I wouldn't mind any of my friends seeing me like this. Miu has seen me naked lots of times.
Oh, God. That's not really the issue here. Anyway. I quickly turned around, trying my best not to peek as she finished changing. Tell me when you're done. This kind of stimulation isn't any good for my mind. Yeah, I'm hearing you there, buddy.
If you'd quit your babbling, we'd be done already. Get your clothes off, and the dry was on.
I suddenly felt felt hands grab my hips from behind, and without any other warning, my trousers were yanked down to my ankles. A firm kick to my rear followed, and I stumbled forwards towards the wardrobe.
Now!
You didn't have to kick me! I sighed in frustration. I had been wrong, whether it was the tsundere tyrant, Narumi, Machiko, or Mayako. These girls had no common sense.
You know, it's not fair that only you get a show.
Hey, keep your eyes to yourself! This isn't a peeping contest!
Good thing, too. I'd have no chance of winning.
Well, I admit your side certainly has the more interesting view. I mumbled as I snuck another peek at Narumi while putting on the old robes that I had found in the wardrobe. She seemed to have changed most of her clothes by now, replacing them with near-identical dry ones. I wondered why she would have more than one set of the same clothes. Then it struck me. You have a strange dress code here.
Huh? What dress code? These are my clothes. Are you saying I dress strangely?
No, they just look a lot like your other clothes. Then again, what do I know?
There's not a lot of options when it comes to clothes here. In the cities, maybe, but here you find something you look good in and you stick to it. Some folks don't even have spare clothes, so I'm pretty lucky.
I guess it would be for a tailor to find work in a small village like this. I guess it would be hard for a tailor. Probably something like that is what it meant. I'm guessing fabric isn't easy to come by either.
Yeah, it's never been easy, but these days it's almost impossible to convince people to come here with the spirits around. People used to pay a visit to the shrine, but lately they haven't been coming.
Makes sense. I don't think many would be willing to risk their lives peddling goods to some small village, knowing wild spirits might attack.
Yeah. Oh, dang it. I'm going to need some help here, Takahiro-kun. Are you done yet?
Yeah, just finished. What do you need help with? Uh-oh. Oh, no.
My wrap came loose. Can you pull it back and tighten it for me? I've never been able to get it right on my own.
As she said that, she pulled her top up, presenting her back to me. You want me to do it? Feeling slightly embarrassed at the thought, I tried my best to keep my thoughts pure as I took hold of the end of the wraps and helped pull them back, tying them into place. I quickly made sure they were neither too tight nor too loose.
Come on, be a man. Just pull it tight and tie it.
A little surprised at her reaction, I decided to do as she said and pulled it even tighter than I would have previously, securing it with a sigh. This isn't good for my heart.
There, that wasn't so hard. Come on, let's hurry. Oh, you look good, like a handsome young businessman.
I look more like a monk than a businessman. Smiling weakly, I quickly followed after Narumi, who was already in a hurry to leave the house. Oh god, thank god that graphic went away. I'm gonna end the episode here, guys, before we find out anything else that happens. I just wanted to finish that scene because I don't think my heart could take it if I started another episode with that as the visual in the background. Oh boy, okay, and I was just getting done praising that this game had an actual backstory, and then that. So, anyway guys, I am going to end this episode here. I hope that you enjoyed the eye candy as much as I was flustered by it. This game it's a game. It's a visual novel. Oh, God. Anyway, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this. If you did, please be sure to hit the like button, share the video, and favorite it. Also, be sure to subscribe to me if you guys haven't already. For those of you who have, thank you so much for all of your support. You guys are the best in the world. I love every single one of you, and as always, it was great seeing ya. Bye-bye.
Girbeagly.